Hi, and thank you for joining me. Today I want to talk about how I became disabled. This is also how I discovered my passion for health, and therefore is key to my channel. I'm also writing a book on this, but I feel like it's important for you to know. Today I'll be using the speech that I gave as inspirational words in the grade 12 school assembly. So shout out to the teachers who helped me write and practice it. It would be easy to assume that a disability like mine was a hindrance or a source of sadness. This would be wrong. With my disability came experience. Experiences shape the person you become. Many of these can seem terrible at the time, and yet most experiences can be viewed as positive, even the seemingly horrific ones. I'm going to share just such an experience, one that has influenced me greatly. As a kid, I was happy and healthy. I had great friendships, played violin, and took taekwondo classes. It was during one of these classes, at the age of 9, that I had my first seizure. I was hot, dehydrated, and fatigued, 3 major triggers for seizures, so we initially dismissed it as a one-off. A few weeks later, however, I had a second seizure, more severe than the first. The paediatrician diagnosed me with childhood epilepsy, and it was fine, not a big deal. I would grow out of it. I was put on my first anti-epileptic medication. Continuing grade 3, I didn't want to admit anything was wrong, but I was becoming increasingly tired by the end of a school week, and sick bay was becoming my second home. I saw a specialist interstate and underwent a barrage of tests. I did not have childhood epilepsy. Mum was taken to a different room to hear the diagnosis. When she returned, she was crying. I had a conclusive diagnosis of Rasmussen's encephalitis, a progressive and potentially deadly brain disease. In short, half of my brain was attacking itself and slowly dying. Rasmussen's was considered medication resistant, but wanting to do anything, the doctors kept me dosed up on a cocktail of drugs. As my seizures increased, my thoughts became foggy. I led an inactive lifestyle. Loathing the thought of having a seizure in front of anyone, I withdrew from social life. I lost all independence. I had few friends and spent the majority of my life on the couch. On the occasions I went to school, I couldn't make it through the whole day. My disease continued to worsen for 7 years. I was having 60 seizures a day. The only solution was a drastic surgery, the complete disconnection of the sick side of my brain. I had met one person who had had this, so I understood the outcome. My left side would be paralysed. Half of my already bad vision would disappear. And yet, these deficits seemed so trivial compared to the life on the couch that I was not scared. I wanted the surgery. In the hope of maintaining motor function, my first surgery was partial and didn't stop the seizures. To top it off, I suffered a stroke and had to spend 5 weeks in an interstate hospital recovering. The next time surgeons operated, they disconnected the entire half of my brain. I was left with major deficits, including left-sided paralysis and severe vision impairment. I didn't care. The surgery had stopped Rasmussen's, and although there was a long road ahead, I had been given back my future. The experience of Rasmussen's is a great influence to me. I have used it to adjust my outlook on life, discover my passion, and become a better person. This experience has strengthened my resolve and increased my empathy. In a way, I am grateful to my illness, as I am to you for listening and understanding.